Denny Hamlin is officially racing for his first NASCAR Cup Series championship in 2025. The news comes as Hamlin persevered through late battles with playoff contenders Kyle Larson and Chase Briscoe amid a 14-lap shootout before he cycled to the lead for good with 4 laps remaining. From there, Hamlin motored his way to win the South Point 400 at Las Vegas Motor Speedway on Sunday, October 12th. The event, which was the first round of 8 event on the Cup Series playoff schedule, was enough for Hamlin to earn an automatic berth to this year's Championship 4 round and for the championship finale event at Phoenix Raceway 3 weeks from now. Greetings, race fans and motorsports enthusiasts around the world. My name is Andrew Kim, and this is Retro Motor Vibes, where I highlight anniversary stories and break down motorsports events near and far. For today's audio episode, here is a full breakdown of the 2025 South Point 400 at Las Vegas Motor Speedway, a 1.5-mile tri-oval intermediate track just located outside of Las Vegas, Nevada. Without further ado, let's break the event down. The event's starting lineup was determined through an on-track qualifying session, which involved each of the 38 competitors entered to compete in the event, cycling around Las Vegas Motor Speedway for a single time and to post the fastest lap amongst one another. This session occurred on Saturday, October 11th. At the conclusion of Saturday's qualifying session, playoff contender Denny Hamlin gained the upper hand by notching the pole position with a pole-winning lap at 184.849 miles per hour in 29.213 seconds. The pole award was Hamlin's 47th of his Cup career, which placed him in 11th place on the all-time poles list, his 4th of the 2025 season, and his first since he started first at Worldwide Technology Raceway in early September. Joining Hamlin on the front row was his teammate and playoff contender Chase Briscoe, the latter of whom clocked in his fastest lap at 184.622 miles per hour in 29.249 seconds. Prior to the event, Ross Chastain, who was eliminated from the playoffs last weekend, was the only competitor who started at the rear of the field due to unapproved adjustments that were made to his entry. The event's first stage period spanned the event's first 80 laps. Throughout the first stage period, there were 6 lead changes for 5 different leaders. In addition, there was just a single occurrence of a caution for 5 laps. The caution occurred on lap 71 when playoff contender Ryan Blaney, who was racing outside the top 10 mark, cut a left front tire and smacked the outside wall through turns 3 and 4. The incident was enough to not only terminate Blaney's Vegas run, but place him in an early significant deficit in his quest for a second title. Early in the event, Chase Briscoe, who assumed the lead from Denny Hamlin at the start, led the first 35 laps, but then endured a slow pit service during an early cycle of green flag pit stops that had commenced on lap 33. This enabled playoff contender William Byron to cycle to the lead. Byron proceeded to lead the most laps during this stage period at 39 and capture the first stage victory, which by then was his 8th Cup stage victory of the 2025 season. The event's second stage period spanned 80 laps from laps 86 to 165. During this stage period, there were 4 lead changes for 3 different leaders and no cautions. This stage period featured Byron's teammate and playoff contender Kyle Larson dominating. After assuming the lead from Byron at the stage's start, he led the most laps within the stage at 73, and he captured a stage victory, which ironically marked his 8th victory of the year. The event's third and final stage period spanned 96 laps from laps 172 to 267. In this latest stage period, there were 11 lead changes for 7 different leaders and 2 cautions for 16 laps. Notably, William Byron, who was racing up front, was involved in a harrowing accident with nearly 30 laps remaining when he collided into Ty Dillon in turn 4. The incident was due to a miscommunication as Dillon had not given any warnings to both his crew, Byron, along with Byron's crew, that he was preparing to pit and reduce speed while Byron was approaching Dillon at full speed. The incident also involved John Hunter Nemechek as the latter spun through pit road to avoid the carnage. Despite surviving the incident, Byron's title hopes took a hit to commence the round of 8. Not long after, the next restart with 23 laps remaining generated an 11-car wreck as playoff contender Christopher Bell made contact with teammate Ty Gibbs and Shane Van Gisbergen, which knocked the latter 2 along with a host of others out of contention. Meanwhile, Kyle Larson led the most laps during this stage at 49, but in the closing laps, Denny Hamlin, who rallied from early shifting issues and not leading early from pole position, navigated his way from restarting in 6th place, starting from the 14-lap dash, and outdueling Larson and teammate Briscoe to win the event. With the victory, Hamlin, who is in his 20th consecutive season of racing in a NASCAR Cup Series division, notched his 60th career win in the series, which made him the 11th competitor to achieve the feat all time. He also scored his 6th win of the year, his 2nd at Las Vegas Motor Speedway, the 12th of the year for Joe Gibbs Racing, and the 13th for Toyota. As an added bonus, Hamlin, who won the playoffs round of 8 opener, automatically secured his spot to this year's Championship 4 round, and he will race for his first elusive championship. Here are the full race results of the 2025 South Point 400. The drivers highlighted in bold indicate that they are playoff competitors. In addition, the competitors highlighted with 1 asterisk indicate that they recorded stage points in at least one of the event's first 2 stages, while the drivers with 2 indicate that they recorded points in both stages. Next, here is the 2025 Cup Series playoff standings and how the 8 playoff competitors are ranked following the first round of 8 postseason event. With Hamlin automatically through to the Championship 4 round, William Byron, Chase Elliott, Joey Logano, and Ryan Blaney are currently ranked below the top 4 cut line to make this year's Championship 4 round, though they have the upcoming round of 8 events at Talladega Superspeedway and Martinsville Superspeedway to have a shot to race above the cut line. Overall, the 2025 South Point 400 at Las Vegas Motor Speedway featured 21 lead changes for 11 different leaders and 5 cautions for 32 laps. From the field of 38 who started the event, 31 finished the event overall, while 25 finished on the lead lap. Denny Hamlin's Cup victory on Sunday capped off a doubleheader weekend of racing at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. On Saturday, veteran Eric Almirola spoiled the NASCAR Xfinity Series Round of 8 opener by winning at Las Vegas for the first time in his career. The victory occurred as Almirola led a race-high 107 of 201 laps, swept all 3 of the event's 3 stages, and fended off late challenges from a bevy of playoff contenders, including Connor Zilisch, to achieve his 10th career win. Next weekend, all 3 of NASCAR's top 3 National Touring Series divisions, Truck, Xfinity, and Cup, returned for a triple-header weekend of racing at Talladega Superspeedway in Lincoln, Alabama. The Truck Series commences the weekend with the Love's RV Stop 225, which is the second round of 8 series event that will occur on Friday, October 17th and air at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on FS1, NASCAR Racing Network, and SiriusXM. The Xfinity Series follows suits the next day, October 18th, with the United Rentals 250, and its second round of 8 event that airs at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the CW Network, MRN Radio, and SiriusXM. Lastly, the Cup Series concludes the weekend with the second round of event, also known as the Yellowwood 500, at Talladega. This event will occur next Sunday, October 19th, and air at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on NBC, MRN, SiriusXM, and HBO Max. That's all for this episode. Have a great rest of your day, and see you on the next episode of Retro Motor Vibes.